You turn the tap, and clean water just appears. But how? Right now, 844 million people lack access to clean drinking water. So what does it actually take to make water safe? Let's find out step by step. Fresh water starts in lakes, rivers, and underground aquifers. Water-bearing rocks, and is collected in reservoirs. Where fresh water is scarce, desalination plants remove salt from seawater. Whatever the source, water is purified to remove disease-causing microorganisms, harmful chemicals, and unwanted odors or tastes. And it's tested at every stage to monitor quality. Step 1. Water intake. Water flows through a series of screens that filter out fish and other creatures, plus debris like grit, litter, and leaves. A protective guard screen keeps them out of the treatment system. Now the real cleaning begins. Step 2. Coagulation. Tiny suspended particles are too small to sink on their own. So the water is mixed rapidly with a coagulant, such as ammonium sulfate, released from a storage tank into the water below. A rapidly turning mixer helps particles collide and clump together. Step 3. Flocculation. Slowly turning paddles encourage the clumped particles, called flock, to bind together in larger deposits. Water spends 20 to 60 minutes here, letting the flock grow in size. Flock, sediment, and some bacteria settle at the bottom of the basin, while cleaner water moves on to the next stage. Step 4. Sedimentation. Water enters sedimentation tanks through a feed well. It spends many hours here, time for flock and finer solids to sink and settle. Rotating scraper blades, known as rakes, sweep the bottom of the tank, removing the sediment for treatment elsewhere. Step 5. Filtration. Water flows slowly down through layers of different materials, often hard coal, then sand, then gravel, which trap the remaining particles. The filters are cleaned by backwashing, pumping clean water backward, through the filters and out through a drain. Step 6. Chlorination. The water looks clean by now, but looks aren't enough. It passes into a tank, where it's disinfected with chlorine. Chlorine damages the cells of the microbes behind many waterborne diseases, preventing them from reproducing. Step 7. Storage. Powerful pumps raise the water into elevated tanks or covered reservoirs. A pumping station transfers it to distribution stations, where other pumps supply consumers at a constant flow rate. And that's the water in your tap, purified, tested, delivered. One more thing, fluoridation. Fluoride is added to some public water supplies to help add minerals to tooth enamel lost during the process of tooth decay. But critics claim that overexposure in young children can cause pitting, small depressions or faults appearing in the enamel, and tooth discoloration. But there's a second half to this story. What happens to water after you use it? Continued in Part 2. Welcome back to Tech, but how? In Part 1, we followed water from river to tap. Now, where does it go after you flush? Wastewater from homes and other facilities flows through waste pipes and drains into public sewage pipes onto the sewage treatment works. The goal: minimize the buildup of phosphorus and nitrogen and remove fats, solid waste particles, and harmful microorganisms. First, raw sewage screening. The incoming water is screened to remove large objects before treatment begins. Step 1. Primary treatment. In a tank called a clarifier, solids, such as human waste, settle at the bottom and are pumped away. Meanwhile, scum floats to the surface, and a skimmer removes the oil and scum from the top. Step 2. Sludge treatment. In the sludge hopper, a slowly turning scraper moves solid waste to the base of the tank so it can be collected and dried. Any water is extracted and pumped back to the clarifier, and the dried solids can be used as fertilizer. Step 3. Secondary treatment. The water is pumped into large rectangular tanks called aeration lanes. Air is pumped into the water to help bacteria thrive. The bacteria absorb phosphorus and convert nitrates into nitrogen gas. They also break down or release any sludge remaining in the wastewater. Biological treatment. Bacteria doing the cleanup. Step 4. Tertiary treatment. The water passes through a final settlement tank, or beds of reeds, to filter out more particles and waste. Some plants also disinfect the water using chemicals or ultraviolet light. Then it's returned to natural water sources. Back to rivers and the sea. Quick side note: what is hard water? Hard water is rainwater containing an abundance of calcium and magnesium from dissolved rocks, which makes water hard to lather with soap. So, the full journey: intake, coagulation, flocculation, sedimentation, filtration, chlorination, and storage. Then after use, screening, primary, sludge, biological, tertiary, and back to the sea. That's how water works. Tech, but how? New explainers, one question at a time. See you in the next one.